Hi, I'm Mike, and this is my introduction to pentatonic scales. So whether you've played them or not before, this might be a different way to look at them for you. Help you move around the neck a little bit easier, we'll see. A lot of people kind of introduce topics like this at different points in your playing. I like to do it right away. It seems to help students out being able to see everything around the fretboard. So I also have a PDFs that are going to be included in this as well in each lesson. So let's take pentatonics for a spin, shall we? All right, so your pentatonic scale. For right now, I'm not going to get into what it is. We're just going to get into how to play them. And I usually go by notes on the fret. Some people go by scale degree, things like that. So everything will be included in the PDF. I'll kind of go through stuff again as well. But your pentatonic scale, a scale is really only one set of notes within an octave. You can play more if you want to, but to start your pentatonic scale, and we're only going to start with one octave, we're going to go from the E string, which is your sixth string. I'm going to use my index finger on the 5th fret, and I'm going to play there. Then I'm going to use my pinky on the 8th fret of the same string and play there. Then I'm going to use my index finger moving over to the A string, which is the 5th string, also on the 5th fret with my index finger right there. 3rd finger on the 7th fret, same string. Moving to the 4th string, which is the D string, index finger again, 5th fret, 3rd finger, 7th fret. That's a basic A minor pentatonic scale, starting on an A note on this 6th string. So I'll play that again. I'll just go through some finger numbers for you. Finger numbers, actually, let's do finger names, right? And then we'll do fret numbers. So finger names, here's your index, pinky, index, ring, index, ring. And then we'll go through fret numbers and then I'll play it backwards for you. So starting on the 6th string, 5, 8. Next string is 5, 7. Next string is 5, 7 again. And to play it descending or going down would just be the same thing in reverse. So I'll start with 7 on that D string, go to 5, go to the A string, 7, back to 5. When I go here, now I'm back to my pinky, 8th fret, and then 5th fret. So it plays from A to A. The notes are A, C, D, E, G, A. And then backwards, A, G, E, D, C, and A. You can, going across the strings, you can kind of pick that any way you want to. You can pick them all down. Or you can alternate pick, which is picking down and up. You should be able to do both. I get grief sometimes for the alternate picking online. You know who you are. All right, so playing through that quickly. And this is just for you to get that under your fingers. We're not really doing anything with it yet, just knowing where the notes are. What we're gonna move to right away is playing all the same notes, but on one string. So we went across strings, going this way across the neck. Now we're gonna go this way on the neck. Easiest way to do that with the A minor pentatonic is start on the A string. It's the same note that you played on the 5th fret. And knowing where our notes are, knowing our note names, we have A, C on the 3rd fret, D on the 5th fret, E on the 7th fret, G on the 10th fret, A octave at the 12th fret. We can go further if we want to, but let's just keep it within an octave for now. We'll go further later. So again, A, C, D, E, G, A. Going back to going across, A, C, D, E, G, A. Backwards, A, G, E, D, C, A. Backwards in the box shape. A, G, E, D, C, A. I'll play through these just a little bit. overstep a little bit. Usually I was doing the one string with one finger to show you where the frets are. You can kind of do anything you want with these. So what I like to think of scales is like colors to someone who's painting. So for instance, if that were the color red or blue or whatever your favorite color is, I'm giving you a color. Someone gave me that color at some point, and you get to play what you want out of it. For right now, for just the method of learning where the notes are, we're just going through that, and we can kind of get into playing over things afterwards. Let's go through this 2 octaves, and then we'll kind of discuss, or I'll tell you because we can't discuss during the video. There'll be some backing tracks underneath. I have a kind of a rock backing track. You can use any backing track you want in A minor for the most part, and just kind of find where the notes are, find what you like to hear, what you don't like to hear. So let's go back, and we're gonna do this again, but we're gonna do the box shape all the way across. We're gonna do 2 octaves, but we're actually gonna go 1 note further because we're gonna play all the notes that are available to us over these 4 frets. So starting again, going through the notes, we're going to go through fret numbers all the way across. If you're already familiar with this, great. If not, we're learning, which is awesome. So we're going to start on the 6th string again. We're going to go 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, which we've already done from A to A. We're going to continue from this A and go to the next A and even go 1 further. So going to the 3rd string is also 5, 7. Then when we get to the 2nd string, it's 5, 8, and then 5 again on the 1st string, which is back to A. You've traveled your 2 octaves. But there's a C note up here that's in the scale. It's just not within the 2 octaves, and we're gonna play that as well. So let me go through that again. 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. And you can do that backwards as well. Highest number first if you're thinking fret numbers. Or finger numbers if you're into that. I kind of name the fingers as much as I can because there's tons of numbers floating around. If you use a string number and use a finger number and use a fret number, sometimes it gets confusing. It depends on what you like to do. Backwards. 8, 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5. Once you get that under your fingers as well, you can just kind of play it ascending and descending. And there I was alternate picking. So each time you saw me pick on each string, because there's 2 notes on each string, a down and then an up. Each string, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Just kind of the way I've always done it, the way I like to do it. Going further on the neck this way, still starting with the open A string. A, C, D, E, G, A. We can continue 15th fret, C, 2 more frets is your D, 2 more frets is your E, and for me, way up on the last fret is the G, and I'm not getting all the way to the A because I run out of frets on my guitar. If you have a 24 fret guitar, you can go 2 more frets up to the 24th fret and get that A because you have 2 octaves on 1 string. So what you can do, using a backing track, I'll put a link to one below. It's like I said, that's going to be a little more kind of like a rocky kind of backing track, kind of 5 chords, distorted guitar sound, just something I threw together because everything for me out there was all nice chords, clean guitar, which is cool. I like it. If you're into it, like I said, use any A minor backing track that you want to. So I'm going to play the notes in a different order. And on 1 string, sliding's a little easier. might have stuck a blue note in there, but we'll get into that. So that's just a really easy way to look at playing your A minor pentatonic scale in 1 octaves and 2 octaves going across in that first box pattern that everyone knows or everyone kind of learns first. I'm doing it in A minor, so we have all natural notes. We don't deal with notes with sharp names or flat names. And then also starting right away with learning going up at least that one string. And you'll see that every time we learn one of those box shapes, we're going to learn another string, and it's all going to kind of work out. So this is the first section of the video. We are going to be moving on to the second box pattern and learning the same notes on another string. So if you want to take some time and make sure that you can kind of have that under your fingers, all this information is here for you. You don't have to digest it all in one day. It takes time.